Friday, April 19th, and I'm your host, Bobby Higgins. So great to be with you here today. Coming up on the show, we welcome actress, singer, and director Melora Hardin. The Irvine Barclay Theater is hosting Selected Shorts. It's a radio and podcast series performed by actors. And then after that, Beverly Elwell and Steve Tepper are here with the Cat Club. They have some great information and stories to share with us, some heartwarming stories to share with us about some cats and kittens. And now let's take a look at today's Stay Informed. Broadband billing is in peril. As you may know, Laguna Woods Village is one of the few HOAs that owns and maintains its own broadband network, but the FCC has proposed banning bulk billing arrangements in apartments, condos, housing cooperatives, public housing, and other multi-tenant buildings. So the FCC commissioners are considering this proposal. So if you would like information on how you can stop this, go to lagunawoodsvillage.com, click on News and What's Up in the Village, and then all the information is there for what you can do to help. And now let's take a look outside at the weather. There is some fog still lingering this morning. It'll be cloudy and then gradually will become sunny today with a high of 66 and a low of 54. Tomorrow on Saturday, expect fog in the morning, then cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny. On Sunday, it'll be a beautifully sunny day and pleasant with a high of 73 and a low of 55. On Monday, it'll be cool with fog in the morning and then partly cloudy, and more of the same on Tuesday with morning fog and partly cloudy skies. And now taking a look at your sunrise and sunset, just such a perfect picture for the springtime, brought to you by Debbie Dotson from Cheekwood Gardens in Nashville. Just love it. It's a lucky day to see a ladybug. Your sunrise 6:14 a.m. this morning, and your sunset is at 7:25 p.m. tonight. If you'd like to have your photo featured here on This Day, we would love to showcase it, so please email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Stay with us, because up next we have the Irvine Barclay Theater. But first, let's take a look at today's meetings.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Sharakni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.
Irvine Barclay is going to be hosting Selected Shorts. It's a radio and podcast series for short stories, but performed by actors. And we want to welcome Melora Hardin to our program.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, very well. Now, most people know you from Transparent and, of course, Jan from The Office and those kinds of things. How did you get involved in the Selected Shorts?
You know, many, many years ago, they reached out to me and asked me if I would like to read a story. And I loved the idea of reading, and it was at the Getty Center in Los Angeles, which is a beautiful place to perform. And so I jumped at the chance. I also love short stories, so it just was perfect for me. And then we kind of started a relationship that has gone on many, many years. I mean, I'd have to ask them how long it actually has been, but literally it's been, I would say, at least 10 years we've been working together, and I do a lot of these.
Mm-hmm. And had you heard it before? I mean, they've been around since 1985, which I didn't even know they were. It's been that long. Had you heard about them before they approached you?
I don't think I had heard about them, actually. Yeah, so they enlightened me to their work, and it was just sort of a perfect fit for both of us.
Now, for folks who aren't familiar with short stories, tell us what happens on stage with these actors in these stories.
Well, I host. I'm hosting this one at the Barclay. Sometimes I host and sometimes I don't. But basically, you know, we have different wonderful actors that come in and read a short story aloud for you, and it's just a wonderful way to get familiar with different authors, different short stories. they usually kind of track a theme. Yeah, so sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're kind of sexy or romantic, or sometimes they're kind of political, or it's really a lovely evening. It always is a really lovely evening.
And you're not only hosting, but you're performing one of these as well.
Yes.
What is the challenge of, I guess, as an actor, you want to move around the stage, you want to use things, you want to develop a character, but you're doing something for radio, but you're also performing in front of an audience. How do you kind of balance those two, where the folks in the audience get a show, but you're also creating something for radio?
Yeah, reading is different than performing. You're really trying to capture a kind of, telling a story is what I do in everything that I do. And sometimes you're telling a story one way in a very large, big way, and sometimes you're singing and dancing to tell a story, and other times you're, just it's very, very minimal to tell a story. So this is just yet another way to tell a story. And it's wonderful to get the feedback of the audience, because you can feel when people get kind of tense. You can feel the way people are listening. They laugh at things, or you can feel when people get touched or moved, and that's really your job, right? To kind of just to tell the story, to read the story, and it's really lovely. Yeah, it's a really nice exchange.
Now, you've been doing this since you were a kid. You started acting back, I mean, you were a child actor and you were on Little House on the
Yeah.
Prairie, The Love Boat. Were you featured on The Love Boat? Did you get a little port at the beginning, like the?
I was a guest star, so but I don't know. I don't remember that they did that. I don't know. But yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, and Quincy and Police Story and all these big hit shows in the 70s. Yeah, it's really fun.
And was
Yeah, I
that
started acting when I was 6.
was that something that you absolutely wanted to do? Did your parents know, wow, we got to get this kid in front of a camera, we got to get her some acting lessons? And is that something you just knew as a child?
Well, both my parents were actors, and the story is sort of fun because they, when people had to take their headshots and drop them off at their agents, I went with my parents to drop off their new headshots with their commercial agent, and their commercial agent was like, "Wow, you're so cute. Don't you want to do what mom and dad does?" And I was like, "I can do what mom and dad does." And apparently I just kept on like tugging on their sleeve and begging them, because they were reticent to let me do it, because they just didn't want me to, to have the rejection that comes along with this job. And so they finally decided, I guess I bugged them enough that they finally decided they'd let me go on 10 auditions, and if I didn't get anything, they would ease me out of it. But I got the first thing I went on. So
Oh, come on, the first thing you went on?
yes, yeah, the first commercial was a Peak toothpaste commercial, not even a toothpaste that's around anymore, but yeah, I got the first thing, and then that's it. The rest is history.
Now, I'm guessing that's still, like, most people know you from The Office, the famous Jen, and that relationship that people saw. What was it like? What's it like for you to like have generations of fans coming with the streaming, with everything? I mean, my son is a huge fan of the show, and I don't even know if he was born when it first came out.
How old is he?
He's in his 20s now.
Oh, wow, that's so great. Yeah, I mean, it's so exciting. That is one of the, I think the 13th pilot. I've done so many pilots and short-lived series, and we could have never known that that this would be sort of an iconic, show that just keeps on speaking to generations of people. It's really wonderful. I have fans that are in their 60s and 70s, and fans that are 10 years old or 9 years
Right.
old.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, really, you want your 10-year-old to watch that? But it's great. It's really exciting to just to have to have people still turned on and excited by what we did, and that they resonate with it still.
Now, had you had improv experience before you did The Office? Because you were on a lot of from your resume, a lot of scripted shows where I'm guessing there wasn't a lot of improv on Love Boat or Little House on the Prairie. And when you went into that environment, what was that like?
Well, my mom was an acting teacher, and I did do a lot of improv with her. And we had an improv company. But you know, The Office is fully scripted. It's a fully scripted show. It's just that we did also improvise some too, but we always did it the way it was written, and then we would, you know, sometimes have opportunities to kind of play and improvise, and that would, you know, sometimes end up in the show. But yeah, it was a fully scripted show. But yes, I love improv and very comfortable with it. I do, I've done a lot of it, yeah, but just in a different way than a lot of people have done it. I wasn't trained to sort of hit the jokes. I was trained to kind of, you know, use improv as a way to get to the reality of the moment.
And you've also had a bit of a film career too, 27 Dresses, 17 Again, which is one of my daughter's favorite movies. And so you've worked in a lot of areas. Are you kind of amazed when you kind of step back and go, wow, I started as this child and I have continued to work my entire career? When you look back, what is that like for you to see the whole kaleidoscope of your career?
Oh, I mean, it's wonderful. I'm very grateful. And, you know, it's been wonderful to be able to transition from a child actor to to an ingenue, to a leading lady. You know, I've been doing the same job for 50 years, and most people can't say that. Most people, you know, change jobs multiple times in that amount of time, and most people my age haven't been working as a professional for 50 years. So so that's kind of exciting that you know, to be able to say that I've been able to sustain myself and my family and you know, build a career over this amount of time. It's really exciting.
You've also gone behind the camera.
I actually directed an episode of The Bold Type, another series that I starred in. And I've directed a feature film called You, a love story, which people can rent and see on Amazon Prime or Amazon. And yeah, it's I love directing. I've been currently a documentary that I've been working on for 7 years that hopefully will be in the world in 2025. And yeah, I love it. I love directing. It's a whole different way of engaging in the whole storytelling process.
Now, famously, Jan and Michael couldn't make it work with the professional and personal life. Your husband is in the show. Getting back to the show that you're going to be doing at the Irvine Barkley coming up this Sunday. How is it like working with him?
He's so much fun. You know, we love to work together, and we do collaborate on a lot of things. Anyway, you know, just he's my partner in life. So it's always great to be able to get on stage and work together too.
Now, I know you guys you've done this before. Is there something special about this one that really is going to be the highlight for folks when they go on Sunday?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, highlight is a hard thing to say because, you know, every story is different and they're all really wonderful. So I don't know what's gonna, like, you know, sort of spark, you know, I think that's one of the fun things about it is you get sort of a plethora of different stories and different authors. And so you kind of will respond, and, you know, different people will kind of be like, oh, that one really spoke to me, or that one really spoke to me, or, you know, so I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that's just come and see.
Come and see the very personal kind of experience for folks. All right. Well, we'll make sure people get out there. Irvine Barkley Theater, Selected Shorts is going to be on Sunday, April 21st, 7 p.m., hosted and also performing Melora Hardin. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now from the Cat Club is President Beverly Elwell and also Steve Tepper, Relinquishment Director. Welcome. So nice to meet you guys today.
Thank you.
And I love that we have some furry friends with us. So I know you're going to introduce them in a moment. Beverly, tell me, you're president with the Cat Club. Tell me about, your passion for this club.
Oh, my passion goes deep. I had cats as a child. And lots of cats as an adult, and I've really grown to respect them in addition to loving them because they're resilient. We have found that our cats, some of them have been through an awful lot, and yet they're still capable of love. They've got a lot to give. They're excellent companions, excuse me, and that's where my passion grows. And as far as the club goes, you meet the most amazing people in the Cat Club.
Yeah.
The stories are fabulous. They're wonderful people. And so it's both love and fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I've always been a cat person myself and begged for one when I was a child. And when I went off to college, got my first cat on my own. And I knew my husband was the one when the minute he walked through the door, my cat walked between his legs.
I can relate.
So Steve, you're the Relinquishment Director. Tell me, what does this mean? What all do you handle?
Well, when an owner needs to give up a cat for whatever reason,
okay,
and they're in the Cat Club or the Village, they can take advantage of our program, the rescue program, and we have fosters, and we temporarily house them with them, and then we try to find a forever home for them.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And so tell me, there's a lot of stuff that goes in the difference between a cat who has been pre-owned as opposed to a stray cat. Tell us about the differences and what all that entails.
Well, the big difference is the amount of money we need to expend on the cats because we don't know anything about the stray cats. So we're starting from square one. So that could cost us several $100s, maybe even get them spayed, vaccinations up to date, and everything could cost us almost $1,000.
Oh wow!
And a pre-owned cat, so to speak. Maybe only to get the shots up to date, just maybe 300 or so.
Okay.
There's a big difference in cost for the club.
Wow.
So we depend on donations, and we are a 501(c), so it's tax deductible.
Okay. Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
And then, so you have people here in the village who foster cats when they come in and until they get adopted?
Yes. Yes,
oh,
the fosters are the best people on earth. They're willing to accept a confused, frightened stranger into their home who may pee on their rug or climb up their curtains. I mean, these are really the biggest hearted human beings, like the Steins, who took in Susie and Sammy and then the 3 kittens.
So tell us about Susie here in the cage. She's just chilled, hanging out there. It's a pretty unique story.
Yes, it is. Do you want to tell it, Steve, or shall I?
You shall.
Thank you, thank you. We got a call from Richard and Linda Stein that 2 very young cats were in their backyard frequently, and they were very concerned because of the coyotes. So Lonnie went out there. He's our director of adoptions. Of lost and found. And he said, we can capture them, but we don't have a foster right now. And can you take them in for a while? And they agreed to do it.
Oh.
And then we took her to the vet the next day. We took them both to the vet, found out they were females. Very next day, they said, Susie is not pregnant, but she was. And our hearts sank because we thought we'd separated these kittens from their mommy. And that was on a Monday. On a Wednesday, we had a meeting featuring our friends from Smitten with the Kittens who told us all about newborns. And believe me, newborns are not the equivalent in care of taking care of adult cats, okay?
They're a lot of work.
In any case, to make a long story short, Thursday, we got a call from someone saying there are kittens under my air conditioner 3 kittens. So we went out there, we waited for the mother to come back, and she didn't, so we decided we can't wait. They usually can only last a day or 2 without nourishment. Yeah, they die fast if you don't get them some nourishment and warmth. And so Jody, who was our foster director, she said, Susie's still lactating. Let's take her over there. And it was like a miracle happened. We put the kittens down. She ran right to them. They cuddled around her. They started feasting. She licked them all over. It was a big homecoming. And the 4 of us are standing there going, wow. Honestly, wow. We may have reunited her with her original family. And you have the picture up there of Susie with her
the babies.
With her babies. I don't know. Can you see Susie? Is she coming out at all? Is she facing you at all?
Yeah, she is facing,
Okay.
and yeah, they've been getting some cute shots of her face.
She's quite
But there she is with the little
girl.
kittens. Wow, and they're so tiny.
Yes, they were. They were only a few ounces, and the Steins were assigned to weighing them every day.
Okay.
And that's how we knew that they were getting nourishment. And pretty soon, they are going to be separated from mommy. I thought this was going to be a tragedy, but it turns out that the mommy cat pretty much decides that she's had enough, and she distances herself. Yeah, she's not Mother Teresa anymore. She's cat on a hot tin roof, right? So she wants to be with her friends. She wants to go out, and that's when we separate them. And Smitten with the Kittens is going to foster the kittens for us, the babies, which will be great.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
a happy ending.
So everyone will find a happy forever home.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we'll
And
do
that's,
it.
so when Susie was found in the backyard of the Steins, how far away were the kittens found?
It's hard to say. It's the same neighborhood, same 2
General
gates,
area.
right? Yeah, same area. But it was quite a distance.
Okay.
But if a mama cat needs food, she's gonna keep going until she gets it.
Right.
And the Steins were feeding them, I believe, so they kept coming back. And but it's hard to say, but we like to believe in miracles.
Yeah.
So we're going with, we united her with her kittens.
With her babies, and she took to him so immediately. Yeah, just what an incredible story.
Yeah, she's resilient, all right.
And so, Steve, tell us about Belle here. So she's one of the...
She's one of the strays
Okay.
that we found, and she's not feral. She's totally domesticated. As you can see, she's pretty calm. Well, except for that.
Well, now she's
Of course,
gonna
right
act
then.
up.
She's like,
been
hey,
out
wait a
for a
minute.
while.
You didn't let me walk where I wanted to walk.
Yeah. And she's available for adoption. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's an absolute sweetheart. She was good at the vet. She was calm and she's just a doll, and she'd be good with other cats, I think, too.
So she's ready for adoption at any time then?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
And then I understand we have some other cats here seen on the slide that are ready for adoption as well. And Beverly, you were saying that this actually is quite a few cats for you guys.
All at once, yes. To have 11 or 12 is the max for us. Generally, we have maybe 5 or 6, and but we're really getting bombarded now because of the stray situation. So that's pretty much the tale there.
Okay. And what does it entail for somebody to adopt? Like, what all do they have to do?
They can go to our website, lagunawoodscatclub.com, click on forms and get our adoption form. They must fill that out first. That goes to Patty Moss, who's our director. She looks it over, and then we go out to the house and we do what is called a safety check to make sure there's no way the cat can get out that they might not realize.
Okay.
And then we take them to see the kitty, and hopefully it'll be a match.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here today and sharing the cats with us and telling us about this amazing story. It was really, really, really heartwarming.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Really, thank you very much.
Well, if you would like to join the Cat Club's mission or become a foster parent, or if you have any questions, then contact the Cat Club through their email at lwcatclub@gmail.com, or you can call Beverly at 215-896-7054. Stay with us because we'll have more of This Day right after this.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all 3 of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Welcome back. It's time to take a look at the Friday movie here on Village Television's Channel 6. Today's movie is 84 Charing Crossroads, starring Anne Bancroft. It's being brought to you by Pacific Financial Planners. This charming classic brings together 20 years of correspondence between a freelance writer living in New York City and a used book dealer in London. Through the years, though never meeting and separated both geographically and culturally, they share a winsome, sentimental friendship based on their common love for books. Their relationship, captured so acutely in their letters, is one that will grab your heart and not let go. And now let's take a look outside at the weather. The fog seems to have cleared off, but it is still quite cloudy outside. It should become gradually sunny as the day goes on. Tomorrow on Saturday, expect fog in the morning as well, then cloudy with gradually becoming sunny. On Sunday, it'll be a beautiful sunny day and pleasant with a high of 73. On Monday, it'll be cool with fog once again in the morning and then partly cloudy. And Tuesday will bring more of the same. Looking ahead on this day, we have Harvard Eye Associates and Second Harvest Food Bank on the show for tomorrow. And that's it for us here on This Day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm Bobby Higgins.
Welcome to Laguna Woods Dental Care, where exceptional service meets the residents of Laguna Woods. Dr. Mohsen Mahmood is a proud graduate of USC's Senior Dental Care Program and a published author. He has been serving the Laguna Woods community for over 20 years. Located right outside Gate 3, our team of expert hygienists provide personalized care for every smile, ensuring your smile remains bright and healthy. Take a look at our new monthly specials. We are located upstairs, and there are elevators for easy access. Call to schedule your appointment today.